Thanks for waiting. I will pin myself here. So I realize we're a little bit ahead of schedule actually today. So the Women in Business panel isn't starting till 2 p.m., but I was going to host my quantum workshop later today, but I figured, you know what? I'm going to squeeze it in now. So I will we'll do a little bit of an energy kind of activation. And some of you on here, I believe, joined one of my webinars about quantum energy. And the reason that I'm so passionate about this field is because one, everything is energy. So we're all energetic beings that are vibrating at a certain frequency. And what I learned was that, we're not actually time away from a goal. So a lot of people think, in 1 year I can accomplish this or 2 years, because we work that way in a linear way. We see the world that way. But actually, we're really only one vibration away from the next thing that we want. So energy plays a huge role in our lives and a path that we go, the things that happen to us. And it took me a long time to learn how to master energy. And what's interesting is that if you look at Silicon Valley entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in tech, they're really, really into this type of energy work and personal development. Because when you get into entrepreneurship, you realize that that's really what it is. It's this path to self mastery, because as you start with some chaos and problems, and then you get to a point where you understand how to deal with that, and then you go to the next level, and then there's a new level of chaos and problems, and then you learn how to deal with that, and it just really continues that way. But the hard part is that so much chaos is always going to come in your business and problems every single day. And just as easy as it is to raise your vibration, it is just as easy to lower your vibration. So just by having one negative thought come through, it can immediately sink your vibration, which is then going to immediately start attracting in those types of experiences. And that's not great in business, because that could be clients that are not aligned to you. You might get a weird bill out of nowhere. Your business might start to struggle. And we see this a lot. And so I started taking mastering my energy very, very seriously. And that actually started when I started having health problems. When I was diagnosed with arthritis and Sjogren's and fibromyalgia, and the doctors told me that my life was basically over and I had to accept it. And instead, I sought out natural healers. And yes, I did physical, healing with herbs, but also what really transformed it was doing light body work. So activating my light body. So whether you guys believe in it or not, we have been measured by instruments. So you can measure a human being and see what frequency that they are vibrating at. And science has already proven that we do have an energy that's coming out of our heart center that goes all the way out to almost 10 feet around us in all directions, if not more, depending on how powerful your energy is. So we are constantly attracting and vibrating the things into our life that we are on that level on. So for example, even this morning, when I had a lot of these fires come through, I'm waking up, I'm excited for this summit. I just wanted to kind of ease into it, but then we had one speaker drop out having strep throat. Another one had someone in their family have to go to the emergency room. And this is all normal. That's life. There's nothing you can really do about it. Then I got news that my LinkedIn is disabled and disappeared. And that was really our main way of promoting the summit. So I couldn't, say anything today and say, hey, we're live now today. And again, like I said earlier, normally that would have made me spiral probably a year ago. But today, this morning, I really just had to laugh. I had to say, wow, I get it. I know that the universe is testing me if I can get to that next level. So there's so much going on today. And that's only a little bit of what I dealt with this morning. You already have your clients, you have your partners, and then good things come through too. I had a partner call and we have a new client together. So you're doing all these things, but that's just how it is. You have to handle it and you have to know how to handle it. And that was only, I believe, from how I've been able to now master my energy. So as soon as I get that news They say in science or in energy that it takes 17 seconds for you to start attracting the energy that you're in. So don't be too hard on yourself when, say, you have a negative thought or you sink into a lower vibration. Because think of it as like you have 17 seconds to get out of that before you have imprinted that into the quantum field to start attracting things towards you. And so it's really all about becoming consciously aware. So whenever you get a thought in your head and it's negative, don't be hard on yourself. Instead, just acknowledge it. And you just say, oh, my silly mind, I acknowledge that thought, but it's not mine. And I lovingly release that now. And then you want to replace your thoughts with lots of affirmations. So for the last probably 5 years, I have been obsessed with reprogramming my consciousness and my energy. So I always had a lot of negative self-talk. I had a lot of limiting beliefs, and that was really causing me to not succeed. And actually, here, let me show you guys. I have them posted here on my monitor. So I have all sorts of affirmations. And whenever I want to reprogram something new into my conscious, I start writing them down and I put them everywhere. I put them on my monitor. I'll put them on my kitchen cabinets. I'll put them next to my nightstand. I'll put it in my car. I'll put it in my purse so that everywhere I look, that's the thought that I'm starting to reprogram my being into. So this one says, I love myself with all the changes I have been through. I love the woman I have become. So it can be, I love the man I have become. And I learned this from a great spiritual teacher who was saying, actually, if you look at a lot of our limiting beliefs, the underlying limiting belief of them all is usually self-love. So whenever we think we're not good enough, or I can't do this, that all stems from self-love. So reprogramming yourself to have that self-love is super important as a base programming. And so, oh, good. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying this. And so this one, she taught me, so you want to take this, and if you're really serious about it, let's say you want to reprogram in 30 days, put a timer on your phone for every single hour, and then you want to go and look in the mirror, and then you look in your eyes while you're saying the affirmation, but say it as if you're looking through your eyes, like straight into your soul. So that is really going to start reprogramming you. And if you do that for 30 days in a row, you're probably going to see your life transform. This is another one. So if you guys are struggling with financial abundance, I guess you guys can't see it that well, but it says, I live in ever-flowing financial abundance. I am grateful. Another one that I love is large sums of money come to me quickly and easily now and always. You guys might have heard this one. I think this one's from Bob Proctor. He says, money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources every single day. And the difference with some of this programming, like you guys have probably heard affirmations before, and I was doing them for a long time, but you actually have to be very specific with the language. So if you heard some of the ones I say, it's now or every day or consistently, because if you just say, oh, abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly, but is that once in a while, right? So you want to say it comes to me easily and effortlessly, consistently every single day. So you want to start getting really specific with what you're saying. And so that being said, yes, be specific about what you want to attract. Exactly. And another thing that I utilize is before you're going to sleep and right when you wake up is when your brain is in delta waves. So that wave frequency, you can program yourself the most easily. And a lot of us might go to bed with a lot of negative thoughts. I did all the time. I would have ruminating thoughts. And when I'd wake up, I'd immediately start thinking about all the things I had to do that day. But now I make sure that as soon as a thought's coming through, and it's just now part of my practice, that as I'm falling asleep, I'm repeating these affirmations through my mind as I'm falling asleep. A favorite one of mine, this one I feel like has actually transformed my life, is everything is working out for me better than I could have ever hoped or dreamed or imagined. And I just repeat this all the time. Everything is always working out for me better than I could have ever hoped or dreamed or imagined. And I'll give you an example. I had someone come through as a client, a venture capitalist, and we didn't hit it off, let's say. So she seemed like a difficult client, and I said, I don't think this is going to work out for us. But she was very adamant, continued to call me. And I kept just saying this affirmation over and over, everything's working out for me. It's all going to work out. And interestingly, then I got on the phone call with her. And as we started chatting, it turned out that she was very into this energy work. And I do some of this private coaching on the side. And then it turns out that actually we weren't really meant to start off as working together in social media. It was more that we were now connecting in this quantum energy work. And so again, sometimes you just don't know. It felt like at the time, like, oh, I guess, I'm not getting this big client contract. It's not working out. But then I say, everything's working out better than I could have ever hoped or imagined. And then to be able to connect with her on the consciousness work or the quantum work. And then actually after that, it led to her becoming a client for social media. So a lot of things just are happening that way. If, something that will seem bad, but if you just say, you know what, everything's working out better than I hoped or imagined, you might be surprised how it turns around. And I'm going to share my screen right now to just kind of go over frequency. Oops, that's the wrong screen. What does it look like? Sorry, guys. One sec. Like way too many things open. Law of vibration. Yeah, there we go. So I've shown this on my quantum webinars before, but this is an interesting kind of ancient glossary, ascension glossary. It has, different kinds of info in there, but there are different quantum physics professors that also will write about this glossary, and they show the physics and the science behind it. But so here, energy is consciousness. So energy equals light, equals frequency, equals consciousness. And it either contracts or expands to maintain or increase its rate of frequency. The process of how fast or slow energy contracts back towards its center point is the vibration rate. So it's all kind of wordy, but again, it's how fast and how slow are you vibrating. And so when we look at a frequency scale, I don't know if you guys have seen this before, you just have to Google Dr. Hawkins scale of consciousness. So they kind of relate this to frequencies. You can see from frequency 20 up to 700 hertz. And at the top, they show love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. And what's interesting about this is when I was younger, you might think like, oh, I need to always exist in this energy. And if I'm love and peace, how do I be a business owner or deal with chaos? But what I learned is that you can still be in this high frequency as long as you understand how to dip, but then come back out. So kind of like I said, you can feel things, you need to get your emotions out when you dip into a lower place, but you have to understand how to raise your vibration up again to get into a higher frequency so that you can start attracting what you want. And here's another spectrum. This would be more based on, people would say this is metaphysical, so you can't really say it's true yet. But there are actually higher frequencies than here on the Dr. Hawkins scale that they say go all the way up to chakra 13, 14, 15. But that would be way too complex to get into today. So what I want to do is just show you guys a cool, quick way to raise your vibration. So we're just going to do kind of a quick little light body activation. And so yeah, whenever you guys are ready, here, I'll stop sharing my screen. So all you need to do, oh, wow, this is huge. Okay, so you just sit, if you guys are sitting in a comfortable position in your chair or wherever you guys are, and try, if you can, to just have your feet planted into the floor. And you just want to start by relaxing, just sinking your body, close your eyes. And I want you to start breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. Sinking down into the chair and breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, relaxing your body, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your face. And just sink lower as you continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now I just want you to imagine tree trunks growing out from your feet. So they're going down into the core of the earth. And just imagine it, or just feel it, or just direct your consciousness to it. And so just feel these tree trunks growing all the way from your feet, going into the core of the earth. And you can just feel those tree trunks getting bigger and thicker and stronger. And what this is grounding your energy to earth. So when you're a high vibrational being, or just a vibrational being in general, we're vibrating at a rate, even though we can't see it with our physical eyes. And so when you want to get back into your high vibration, you want to ground first. So you want to settle your energy, ground. We're now ground and rooted to the earth. And I want you to start breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth 3 times really fast. And what this does is actually activate your pineal gland and your Kundalini energy. So the air is going up your head, down your spine, and back through out your mouth. So we're just going to do that 3 times really fast. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In, out, in, out, and just sink down again into your chair. And what we're going to do is start imagining a ball of white light right above your head. And just imagine that starting to sink down into your brain from the crown chakra, coming down through your physical body, down your neck, just pushing it down your shoulders and your torso and your arms, filling up your entire body with this beautiful crystalline white light, all the way down to your toes. And as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, I just want you to see that white light get brighter and brighter and brighter in your body. And just feel the vibration of that. And then we're just going to do one little light this time. So I want you to just imagine a light going through your crown chakra and your root chakra. And it can be this white light, and it's going to go in both directions at the same time. But I want you to just pretend that your consciousness can lift upwards. So when I count and say we're going to lift up, just pretend like you're going up through your crown chakra. So just follow my voice and just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then we're just going to lift up and go up, up, up through our crown chakra and keep going through the galaxy, all the way through the atmosphere and going to the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th until we connect all the way to everything, until we get to the edge of everything and back to no thing, which leads us back to everything. And this will just connect you to this higher frequency that is happening in this dimensional world that we can't see with our eyes. And now that we're connected, we're just going to imagine a golden light now coming down from this light all the way up from the heavens above. And when you see this beautiful, sparkly golden light coming down, dropping down your head, and now filling up your entire body with this high vibrational golden light. And just breathe it in. And as you breathe in, this golden light gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And whenever you're ready and you feel that vibration, you're welcome to open your eyes. That was a very quick exercise, but that golden vibration is actually a really high frequency. And so that's something that I will do for myself when I'm feeling low, I'm having negative thoughts. I usually start with one, recognizing the thought, then releasing it, then replacing it with an affirmation. And then I will call in this light. So I can feel it. I'll be in this low vibration, but just take a moment to relax, sink down, and just replenish yourself with this higher vibration. And then you'll be calm and you'll be relaxed, and you'll now be able to see that negative situation at a higher consciousness or in a different way. So I hope that was a quick little one that you can use with you every day when you feel overwhelmed or you're having a hard time. And yay, thank you guys. Cool. That's wicked good vibrations. Awesome. Love that scale. Yes, most people can barely manage the lower seven chakras. Completely agree with you. Yes. And interestingly, again, we have many, many chakras. We have different chakras that go through our light body as well. So if any of you guys have any questions about what we just did, let me know. Awesome sauce, great vibes. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Good. I'm glad that helped. And you guys can also, I know my LinkedIn has disappeared, but if you guys have followed me on other socials, you can DM me and I can send you guys some of the affirmations that I was saying earlier. I have a lot of them written down and I share them with a lot of my friends and people I know, and they'll do things like, you can screenshot it and put it on your phone screen so that every day you see it and you see these affirmations. So that's a little tip for you guys.